Hi everyone, welcome to today's video blog. Today we're actually concluding our three-part series on what it takes to become an entrepreneur, or the 3 stages of entrepreneurship. You know, entrepreneurship is not one of those things that happens overnight. So what I was discussing in my previous 2 posts was how you might be starting off as an unemployed individual, aspiring to be an entrepreneur. So that's one of the 3 stages, is being unemployed. And we talked about leveraging time, which is your biggest asset at that time, to become an entrepreneur. Now, in the second stage, we talk about being an employed entrepreneur. Much to its contrast, you know, as an employed entrepreneur, you no longer have time on your side, but you do have more resources. You have money that you're able to invest. Now, today we're actually going to focus on what should be your primary goal, whether you're employed or unemployed. And that's to be a self-employed entrepreneur. And that's really the definition, if you think about it really carefully. To be an entrepreneur, you know, means to be your own boss, to dictate your own hours and even your pay to a certain extent. Because you're building something that's proprietary. It belongs to you. And if you are an entrepreneur or aspiring to be one, that really should be your target or your goal, so to speak. Now, in the blog post, I have a lot of information that I want you guys to check out. There is a link below. The only little, I guess, sneak peek that I'm going to give you in this video is just how to think about it, or how to, my perspective on it, I should say. And if you think about it in this analogy, think of a homeowner and a tenant. And you might be, you know, somebody that's in either of those situations, but think of the differences between those two. What advantages do you have as a tenant versus a homeowner? And really what I want you to take from this is think in the long term, because this is something we're comparing to being an employee versus being an entrepreneur, a self-employed entrepreneur. That's really what I want you to take away from this. Think about a tenant, you know, paying his rent month in, month out, and really being worry-free to an extent. I mean, if the fridge breaks down or a pipe leaks, you know, it's something that's going to be the owner's responsibility. You don't really have to worry about it. You're paying your rent, but at the end of the day, let's say 5 years pass and you move out. Really, what have you got to show for that? I mean, you put up thousands of dollars in rent. At the end of the day, that house does not belong to you. So you're just going to end up moving on to some other place that you're going to rent and pay somebody else's mortgage, really. So that's the mentality I'm trying to instill in you. When you are a homeowner, yes, you do have more responsibilities, and you really, you know, you pay your property taxes and maintenance of the house, and anything goes wrong. But really, at the end of the day, as you're paying your mortgage down, that house where you're working for, you're building, is something that you will absolutely own, free and clear. It may take time, but it is something that you can call your own. So that's the analysis, the comparison that I'm trying to make in this blog post. Check out more information. I have a lot more that I think you'll find very valuable and useful. But what I'm trying to project to you, if you are thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, is that you have to think far ahead, not just a few weeks or a few months, but years down the road. Really, what's going to be more beneficial for you in the long run. And in my personal opinion and experience, it's not being, you know, definitely not unemployed, and even being employed, because really you're working to make somebody else rich. You know, the CEOs, the executives, the owners of the company. Those are the people that really make, you know, the real, they reap the real rewards of the general workforce. And I got to the point where I just did not want to be there anymore. I didn't want to contribute to somebody else's wealth, and that's the reason I'm building something on my own. I would encourage you to think about doing the same thing. So thanks for checking out the video, guys. Read the blog post if you want more information. Take care. See you next time.